Well, what about Sifrei Milchamot? History, the history of warfare, the history of wars on Shabbat. Does that fall under the takana of, well, maybe you'll end up reading Shitrei Edyotot or not? So Tosfot, we know, there's a Tosfot in Shabbat, Kuf Tet Vav Amud Bet, 115b, teaches that we should not read war books on Shabbat. And this is also accepted by the Shulchan Aruch, Siman Shin Zayin, Tet Zayin. The Ramah says an interesting thing, he makes an interesting point. The Ramah says that if these books, these Sifrei Milchamot, are written in Lashon HaKodesh, in Hebrew, in the kind of Hebrew that we daven with, mutar likro bahem, then you're allowed to read them in any event. Mishum shalashon atzma yesh ba kedusha, because the language, the Hebrew language, has a certain sanctity in it, to it, and therefore, even though Tosfot said you shouldn't read Sifrei Milchamot, he wasn't referring to books written in Lashon HaKodesh, but he was referring to books that were written in some other language. But since the Hebrew language is the language of Talmud Torah, whenever you read anything in Hebrew, it kind of has an effect. He says, and the Mishnah Berurah adds that many Achronim disagreed with the Ramah, and they said that you shouldn't read Sifrei Milchamot, even if they are written in Lashon HaKodesh. And so it seems that the Mishnah Berurah would ask us, again, to be more strict in these matters. It would also be, it's a worthy thing to try to understand what speaking Lashon HaKodesh in Eretz Yisrael today means. Is it a spiritual event, or is it perhaps something that has become irrelevant of this distinction that the Ramah makes? But the Ramah makes the distinction that if you're reading books that are written in Hebrew, in Lashon HaKodesh, then you can read them, because Hebrew is a great spiritualizing moment, and therefore the Chachamim did not intend to get us to stop reading books in Hebrew when those books are about Sefer Milchamot, Sifrei Milchamot.